Today, we got Captain America taking on Hellboy. Who's coming on top here? Let's find out. During World War II, Steve Rogers volunteered to receive the experimental super soldier serum, enhanced to the pinnacle of human physical potential. In order for an unbreakable shield, he became Captain America. After a failed mission left him encased in ice for decades, he was found and revived by the Avengers, later becoming the team's leader. Steve is as strong, fast, durable, and agile as any human one day could be, and is referred to as the next step in human evolution. Cap is strong enough to bench press half a ton as a warm-up, break steel chains, threw his shield through a tank, and pulled a helicopter out of the air. Steve is incredibly durable, able to take punches from Namor, tank a point-blank explosion from Gambit, and one time, he survived a 200-foot fall from an airplane and suffered no discomfort. He's fast enough to run at 60 miles per hour, and his reflexes are so great that he can easily dodge bullets. But many people can dodge bullets, so what makes Steve different? Well, Steve can actually see the bullets coming his way and move in time, while other bullet dodgers do it purely by years of training. Another major enhancement by the serum is that Cap has no fatigue toxin buildup, which means that he effectively never tires and can perform at his maximum ability for an incredible period of time. Steve is one of the best fighters in the Marvel Universe, and is a master of a large number of different fighting styles. He's developed his own fighting style, which includes jiu-jitsu, boxing, judo, karate, pressure points, alternate acrobatics, use of his shield. Speaking of the shield, let's talk about that for a second. Captain America's shield is a vibranium alloy, and is virtually unbreakable. It absorbs the kinetic force of anything that strikes it, which enables Cap to ricochet the shield off of objects and allow it to come back to him. So, that's what we got in one corner, the First Avenger, Captain America. But, into the ring, in that corner, well, it's the paranormal investigator, Hellboy. In 1944, U.S. soldiers discovered an infant demon with a giant stone hand. They named him Hellboy, later founding the Bureau for Paranormal Research and Defense. Hellboy is the world's greatest paranormal investigator. He was born to summon the apocalypse, but instead devoted his life to fighting evil forces. Hellboy's superhuman abilities come from his demonic nature, and he is much stronger and more durable than humans. He's able to pick up and throw out opponents weighing over 500 pounds. Though the extent of his strength is unclear. He's been severely beaten by large monsters on multiple different occasions and survived, though often with minor injuries. He also is an impressive healing fighter similar to Wolverine, and survived numerous gunshots, and even taking a sword thrust through his chest. He also uses various different kinds of magical weapons in his fight against evil. His main weapon is the Good Samaritan, an extremely large gun given to him by his friend the Torch of Liberty. It's made up of a lot of different kinds of metals, like silver, melted old horseshoes, cannonballs, and melted metals from sacred amulets. It's basically a miniature hand cannon, a 20mm mega pistol that can blow huge holes in buildings. It can hold up to 4 bullets, which isn't a whole lot. It can also be used as a hammer since it weighs 6 pounds. Then he's also got his weapon, the Right Hand of Doom, which is his large rock-like arm. It's virtually indestructible, so that way Hellboy can use it for a method of defense as well as offense. So, who wins? Well, let's break it down. Now today we got the First Avenger, the Star Spangled Man of a plan, Captain America, squaring off against the paranormal investigator, Hellboy. So who's coming out on top here? Let's find out. And so first thing we take a look at and talk about is physicality. And Hellboy is obviously the stronger one here. I don't think there's really any question about it. He's easily kicked down large stone pillars. He's casually lifted a boulder over his head that weighed a few tons. He's able to pick up and impale a giant with his non-dominant left hand. And he's routinely been able to stagger his large and monstrous opponents with his attacks and send them stumbling backwards. And all this isn't even mentioning Hellboy's Right Hand of Doom. This magically enchanted arm is indestructible. It's incredibly strong. Hellboy has said that it's better than bringing a sledgehammer into a fight, and he generally uses it to shatter an opponent's sword and quickly knock them out. But we definitely shouldn't underestimate Captain America in this fight. He honestly isn't that far behind. Cap has held up part of a collapsed building before. He's pulled a miniature helicopter out of the air. He's picked up telephone poles, steel I-beams, and massive posts of concrete. And Steve has got some real striking power too, even without his shield. He's punched a man's head 180 degrees around and floored a member of the wrecking crew with just one punch. And if with shield, well, Captain America's actually thrown it clean through trucks and clean through tanks. Very impressive. But still think the edge goes to Hellboy here. Same with durability. Hellboy's the more durable one out of the two as well. He's taken point-blank shotgun blasts to the face, taken machine gun fire, taken point-blank grenade blast, and survived building-sized explosions, yet wasn't injured by any of it. Hellboy's also taken plenty of attacks from supernatural monsters and beasts, like getting smashed by giants or skewered by monsters' teeth, yet took it all and kept on fighting. Hellboy's even referred to as deathless before in the comics, or at least deathless until he's ready to die, to have fulfilled his destiny. Possibly because of his deathless nature, even though Hellboy can be injured, he was a healing fighter and recover from almost any attack that he takes. He's even taken a sword straight through his chest once, and yet healed right on through it. But again, Captain America isn't really far behind. He's been smashed through several walls, had a building drop on top of him, he's jumped out of airplanes without a parachute, taken lethal amounts of electricity, he's been shot before and didn't even notice, and took a point-blank energy blast from Gambit, was more pissed off than injured. And then, of course, Captain America has his iconic shield. No matter what Hellboy throws his way, if Cap gets his shield up there in time, he can block it. Nothing Hellboy has is powerful enough to break through Steve's shield. And that's good news for Cap, because he's a whole lot faster than Hellboy, being able to block and dodge a lot of Hellboy's attacks in this fight. Now, people do tend to overlook speed and reflex when they're talking about Hellboy, as they simply consider him to be a big, dumb, tough guy who just hits things recklessly until they go down. And while that is partially true, it's definitely not the full picture. Because while Hellboy does frequently get tagged while in combat, he's also dodged and blocked attacks before, reacted to sneak attacks, also battled against super fast opponents like demons and vampires. But Captain America is much, much faster than Hellboy here in this battle. He's blocked and dodged, frankly, a ridiculous amount of bullets coming his way. He's dodged bullets after they were fired, dodged bullets at point-blank range, and he said in the past that he would do all this because he could actually see faster than a normal person, allowing him to see bullets coming his way and simply move or to dodge or block them. He's dodged electric attacks, blocked and dodged seeking missiles, and dived and dodged around lasers too. Steve is just better here. No question about it. Steve is also the better fighter out of the two. He's fought through an entire gauntlet of villains before, managed to stay in the fight and fight his way out. He's mastered the form of combat better than those who spent decades practicing it, finished it his first time using the combat style. He's able to know an enemy's weaknesses after only fighting against them just once. He's fought against Shang-Chi, Wolverine, Daredevil, Gambit, US Agent, and so many more. Without a doubt, he's one of the best fighters in the Marvel Universe. But just like we're talking about Hellboy's speed and agility, he's not the dumb, tough guy that people sometimes make him out to be. Hellboy is a real skill fighter as well. He's able to use pressure points and nerve checks when going up against his opponents. He's able to easily lay waste to hundreds of enemies. He's able to routinely fight against, essentially massacre giants like the massive monsters. However, a big part of this fight is coming down to the durability and their ability to take attacks. And Hellboy is going to take Captain America's attacks better than Cap can take Hellboy's attacks. In a hand-to-hand fight, Steve isn't going to be able to do too much damage to Hellboy with punches or kicks. He's just too durable. While Hellboy could break bones, shatter skulls, or just crush his face in with the right hand of doom. And while Steve can block his attacks with his shield, or simply dodge them, we still got to take into account that Captain America still can't easily injure and put down Hellboy. So it's just going to give Hellboy a longer and longer opportunity to tag Steve. And Hellboy has fought against fast and agile opponents before, so I think he can do it. Captain America will win a couple. He's used to fighting against more powerful monsters like Hellboy, but Hellboy is just too durable, and he's more than capable of putting Cap down. Hellboy wins. But what do y'all think? I would love to hear your thoughts. Sign off in the comments down below. Also, be sure to like button, subscribe button, and turn on notifications from the DanCo army. And I will see you next time.